Okay, Paul, here we go. So you started the Bone Broth Challenge?
About 3 weeks ago. I
Yep.
was on it for 10 days.
Yep.
And I went through the worst, flu after about 5 days, but I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Well, I got out of bed, but it was really tough.
Yeah.
But then about 2 days later, on about the 7th day, or maybe the 6th day, mate, I was up at 5:30. I played 3 holes of golf. I've just been feeling really good. I didn't take my insulin, my long-acting insulin, for 3 days. I didn't need to. My sugars were really nice and low.
Yep. And that's why you were on the BBC.
That's
wasn't
why
it?
I was on the BBC, just to see how well my pancreas went.
Yeah.
And then when I started eating normal food, which was last Friday, I just had some fish and some vegetables.
Yeah.
First time I had potatoes, and I had to then start taking insulin.
Yeah.
I was
And
on
what's
half
potatoes? What's potatoes?
potatoes, carbs. Yeah, that's the only carbs I had. And I just bumped my insulin up to half strength for another 3 days. Been half strength. Only last night did I start taking the full 28 units long acting. But as far as injections during the day, I've only cut it down to 2 or 3 injections during the day of only 4 units, whereas before I was at 6 to 8.
Yep.
So now I'm just
on the
supplementing.
BBC, you didn't need to take you didn't feel it
After
was-
5 days, I didn't need to take any insulin at all. In fact, my insulin levels were too low at one stage.
Yeah. And as soon as you went on to carbohydrates and a normal diet, with
Normal diet, I
carbohydrates,
just had to start
you
taking
start
more.
taking
Yeah,
it.
that's
What
it.
are carbohydrates in the pancreas? The pancreas has to break down carbs, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, not the pancreas breaks down carbs,
liver,
but
yeah.
the liver
Liver
turns
and
into
the
glucose.
pancreas, yeah.
So it turns the carbs into glucose, which stays around too long,
Yeah.
and it makes the pancreas work a bit too
Yeah, a
hard.
bit too hard.
Without
So
so
there
many,
you go.
but you've got to have some carbs just to keep it up there. But I get that out of the coconut water.
And you do know that protein can turn into carbohydrate if you go into a ketogenic diet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
Your
we'll
body
try
uses
that next.
proteins as carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
after a while, the body goes into a ketogenic state, which is the normal way your body functions when it has got access to carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is very hard to get a hold of
Right,
in
yeah.
the wild because
Yeah, in
it's
the
a
wild,
grain
yeah.
and a seed.
Yeah.
Birds have a crop. They ferment it in their crop and turn it into a food source by fermentation, which all traditional cultures did. They fermented all the carbohydrates, which wasn't a lot.
Yeah,
So, mate, awesome.
It was
Good
very
job.
good. Keep them above ground, mate. We'll be
Yeah,
right.
above ground, you'll be laughing.
Cheers.
See you.